Rugby and coverage of the Mitre10 Heartland Championship, thanks to Mainfreight and support from Toyota. Still wet and forget New Zealand in round 8 of the Mitre10 Heartland Championship, and it's the late game in Masterton. Wairarapa Bush against East Coast. All the other games have been played. Wairarapa Bush know what they need to do to qualify for the Meads Cup.
Cam, 50 games for your province, mate, an impressive record.
Yeah, cheers to that, BJ. Yeah, it's been a long, hard 5 years, but yeah, looking forward to getting out there and last game in front of the home crowd, so it should be a good occasion.
Excellent stuff. Is he obviously a good occasion for you too, mate, to be on the Wairarapa Bush turf today?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's good to get back on the turf. I haven't played much at the home grounds this season, but no, fizzing for today.
What do you want from your boys today, mate?
Oh, we're looking for an 80-minute performance. You've probably seen the results over recent weeks. We've been managing to stay with the top teams for 45, 50 minutes, and then towards the end there, we're just being outpaced. We actually think that playing an evening game might suit our boys and our level of fitness, and we're hoping that we'll be able to give a good show and a good account of ourselves, not only for the team but for our supporters.
And the Wairarapa Bush team runs out through a guard of honour of the 1981 Wairarapa Bush team. That was the team that won NPC Division 1 for this proud union way back then in 1981. BJ Lahore, before he became Sir Brian, was the coach that season.
Bottom line, and I know Wairarapa Bush want to win this game desperately, but with all the other results played earlier today, they effectively need 2 points.
Oh, Guildford bounces them off and sends Hayton in his 50th game in for the try under the post. Zach Guildford showing his class.
And that's going to help as they get 2 points for the win on the Mainfreight wet and forget replay. Look at this line from Zachy Guildford. Strength, the agility to weave through. Look at that bump off as well. And the winger.
Pardon me.
Running out for his 50th cap for the Wairarapa Bush. Dots down.
Yes, Wairarapa Bush have had a good season. They know what's in front of them, and what's in front of them is a win will take them to 4th place. Good try. Very, very good try to Todd Doolan from East Coast. He's already got 3. That's his 4th for the season. Good try, good move off the back of the line out.
Yeah, but we're looking at the offload from the 8. Lalangi here coming in. Hard, straight, good line. Bang, yes. They want to play for pride. They want to play for their supporters. They want to play for themselves. And we know, traditionally over the years, East Coast can do all of that. I think they're going to enjoy playing on the surface here too at Memorial Park.
Yes, the point of labouring the fact, for those who haven't perhaps seen this game before, this is an artificial surface here. The old, I don't know, I'm going to call it astrograss. I'm sure it's not. Look out. Guildford following through, gets the bounce. Yes, he does. Zach Guildford, former All Black, scores a try for Wairarapa Bush, and they're happy in the back of the grandstand.
This from a quick penalty deep inside their own 22 in the wet and forget replay. You cannot buy speed, can you? And that's what Zach Guildford's always had plenty of. He's had plenty of skill as well, but speed always been his #1 attribute. He's a former All Black, but gee, he's a current Wairarapa Bush star, isn't he? He's had a great season for them. I know he's enjoyed his time down here in the Wairarapa Bush, staying with his grandparents, and I've enjoyed having him.
22 points to 8 as Rory the Stag looks on. 22-8 at half-time as the lights take effect. This is an evening game here at Masterton, as East Coast, who have already scored 1 try, looking for another.
I think we talked about the surface, East Coast. I'll enjoy playing under lights too.
Parks gets the pass wide. This is Sydney, and BJ goes across in the corner, just tiptoeing down the touchline as the backs put a passing move together for the Ngāti Pro.
And I think we take a look at the wet and forget replay. They are enjoying playing on this occasion under lights. The artificial surface, all pretty new for the East Coast boys. They come to the party, as we know they like to party. And it's BJ Sydney, the 2nd try of the season for the right winger.
Wairarapa Bush fans will be just thinking, you know, another try now, guys. As McLean, big Andy McLean, runs it forward. They're just thinking, These East Coast blokes are a little bit close to us. Monaghan in the clear. Over he goes. Sam Monaghan made it all himself, and that'll make them breathe a bit easier in the grandstand.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good at the moment. They cannot advance any more than fourth into the Meads Cup semi-finals. Buller, who got 5 points against King Country earlier on today up in Taupo. Buller bet Wairarapa Bush during the regular season, so on the who bet who rule, they'll always finish third. The other results going the way that we all expected. So effectively Wairarapa Bush playing for fourth and a playoff against Wanganui next week.
Monaghan takes it to the line, and then the ball is fed out to Guildford, and Guildford's distribution skills. Cam Hayton goes in again, and it's 36-14. Now they're starting to run away with it.
And he's having a great game in Hayton on his 50th game. We mentioned that. Zach Guildford involved once more, but a lot of great work done through the heart of the East Coast defence. The pick and goes, the drives, bringing in the players to give some room on the outside. Hat-trick hero.
Starting to feel much more comfortable in the grandstand. East Coast, though, would really like to go out with a flourish. Maguire gets hammered just inside the 22, draws the penalty.
Yeah, hands in the ruck here, so East Coast is going to go quick. I was hoping for a pretty special set play move.
Bartlett, Verdon Bartlett, over he goes.
Scored the last try for East Coast back in 2012. Remember that magical day in Ruatoria when they won the Meads Cup for the last time? Well, he's back on, jersey 21. It's Bartlett, and he's a try-scoring hero again. That is their third for the afternoon.
And that in itself is something pretty special for Ngāti Porou East Coast in this season. Now, McLean dragged it down at the back of the line out, and they are away. Putty is the hooker. Normally you would expect him to have the ball, but it hasn't. It's somebody else that's got it in there. I think it might have been the captain, Eddie Cranston. It was. Cranston had the ball tucked in under his arm and wasn't letting it go for anybody.
And that is a great way to seal this game, because they're going to need a lot of that driving play. They're going to have to work hard against Wanganui next week, but that's where they're going. They're into the semi-finals of the Meads Cup, Bush, and they're off to Wanganui.
Cameron Hayton with his 50th game today, 3 tries, but no conversions. That was a shocker from him right at the last there. Didn't matter. Wairarapa Bush, good win today by 44-22.
Yeah, I mean, it was the last game, our last hit-out, so we thought we had nothing to lose. And we were about 1 try behind most of the time, and then they scored a second one, and it sort of just kept us off the game, out of the game for a bit there. But now we finished our year on a high compared to the last results we've had. But just like to say thank you to our whānau back home who's supported us throughout the whole year, and then our whānau who's come out today.
Well, Eddie, congratulations, mate. Meads Cup was the goal, and you've done it now. And what a hard-fought game against a very spirited Ngāti Porou East Coast.
I was going to say only just done it. There was phases in that game we looked outstanding. There was phases in that game we looked bloody terrible as well. So very lucky to scrape for our field in the end.
TruBlu, well, the man from the Wairarapa Bush, Cam Hayton, played 50th game against East Coast, scored 3 tries as well. They even gave him a kick at goal right at the very end. I tell you what, his try-scoring ability beats his goal-kicking.
Yes, congratulations, Cameron Hayton from the Gladstone Club, arguably one of the best rugby clubs in the world. We've been told 3 tries in this match, 6 for the season. He has got, at the moment, he is the leading try scorer for Wairarapa Bush, so a big reason why they are playing rugby next week against Wanganui. And this was the last, which led then to the horror conversion attempt that you talked about, Richard Mason, which wasn't brilliant, but she's a brilliant finisher.
So next week, there they are, the semi-finals that we will have. Mid-Canterbury are in Ashburton against North Otago, King Country and Taupo against Poverty Bay. Wanganui at home to Wairarapa Bush, and South Canterbury at home to Buller. You're dead right, you don't get to the top by falling downwards. And the top teams have now been sorted out in each of the divisions for the Meads and the Lahore Cup. All that pre-season training, all that club season, all the pre-season for the rep stuff. And now we're to the sharp end of the season for them. 2 more games to go. Semi-finals next week, final the week after. And we'll crown the new champions in the Meads Cup and the Lahore Cup.
Mainfreight Rugby.